1. I believe we are live. We have engaged. Hello and welcome to another episode of Star Trek Adventures, where we adventure in Star Trek. Ooh. You wouldn't believe it. It's true. But we're currently playing through the first 3 adventures that come with the starter set from Modiphius, which you can download. I believe the link is in the description, and if it's not, I will put it in later. Pretty sure it's in there, though. So if you want to get a version for yourself, which has its starter rules and 3 adventures that you can play through yourself, then it's well worth it. I, however, also have the rule book that I bought, so we can continue after it. If we decide to, it depends. But today, we're on the 3rd adventure. Oh my goodness. Dum, dum, dum.
Well, third time lucky.
Let's hope so. So, could anyone remember where we were at the end of the last adventure?
We're about to fight some Romulan warbirds.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm just. It's been a while, so I have to remember to call up my character sheet.
It has been a while, yeah.
And my dice. It doesn't take much to confuse me. Dice.
To be fair, it doesn't take much to confuse me either, so you're in the right boat. Where did I put my phone? That's my other question. Jen, do you know where my phone is?
Whoops. Why is that empty?
I've just realised that I was charging it earlier, and it's not here anymore. It was at the end of this wire. But
we'll sort that problem out, Cupboard Monkey.
I have no idea where my phone went. That could be a problem. Although it shouldn't be. It shouldn't. I'm not expecting any calls. Snobs, it may be in my bag in the front pouch. Downstairs. Yeah. So, yes, sorry about that. A little bit of personal admin.
This is all the behind-the-scenes stuff that people crave to watch.
It's like you go to pick it up on the end of the charging port, and it's not there. It's like, what happened?
Okay, so
here's the odd thing now. Someone is, now that I've mentioned it, someone is trying to phone it because I can see the FaceTime thing pop up on my computer.
Oh. Okay, so I'm all.
Apparently, according to Jen and Patrick's grin, it's Patrick trying to phone me. Thank you. It did work. Thank you very much, Jen and Patrick. It's here. Oh my goodness! Right. So, yes. Thankfully, it is Patrick is the only person who's phoned me, so that's okay. I just realised it wasn't there, and I had a weird call this morning. The BBC at 1 o'clock in the morning. Can you come on the radio at 5 to talk about Boris Johnson on a Zoom call? No. My office was in pieces again.
No tar.
As much as I'd love to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go on Zoom, I couldn't put the computer in the office back together in time. So we now are here, and that is our behind-the-scenes thing. A look behind the curtain, as they would say. You should never look behind the curtain. I've seen behind the curtain. It is scary.
Pay no attention to those nuts behind the curtain.
So, I believe at the end of the last adventure, you had been interrogating some of the people that were infected with the parasites, the neuroparasites, and also some of the people who weren't, but you thought might be. Yeah. And then...
Weren't we inflicting Starfleet brutality?
Yes, but we won't talk about that. What goes on in the interrogation chamber stays in the interrogation chamber. And will not be in any official reports.
We're not Section 31 here.
Who knows? And meanwhile, you've just been given a call from the bridge, but it wasn't from a member of the bridge command crew. It was from an ensign who was on the bridge, asking you to come to the bridge because there's an emergency. A Romulan ship has decloaked nearby. So...
Right, okay.
I'm assuming you are all going to the bridge to answer the call.
What's the dice roll for that one?
There isn't a dice roll to run to the bridge to answer the call. We're going to assume that you remember the way.
Yeah,
But here's
Turbo Shaft 3, please.
But here's the thing. When you get to the bridge, the main command crew are not there. There are a couple of ensigns who are looking very, very worried that they've been left to watch the show, so to speak, and then the Romulans have shown up.
It wouldn't surprise me if the command crew have ended up in 10 forwards.
They've ended up somewhere. Oh, thank goodness, says the random ensign that called you. Thank goodness you've arrived. The Romulans are here, and the main crew, they've all taken sick. What do we do?
Red alert! Red alert! Load all torpedo bays, ready phasers.
Okay, so we go to red alert. And I believe that you would be in charge of the torpedoes because, Farron, you are our tactical officer, as we see here.
And I was saying that in my best Martok voice as well.
Your best Martok, okay.
Well, if you remember, that line came from Emissary, when Martok played the Vulcan captain.
Oh, he did, yes. Yes, he did. So, we're on the bridge, and the red alert has been sounded. You've loaded the torpedoes and readied the phasers. But before we go any further, I have a captain's log to read.
Oh heavens!
This was recorded shortly before the captain and the entire bridge crew got very, very sick. Captain's log, Stardate 47536.5. I cannot do a weird captain's accent, but I'm going to try and make it sound a little bit different to my own voice. How deep does the parasitic infiltration of the Romulan Star Empire go? Does it extend to Starfleet, to this ship, my crew? I fear it is only a matter of time. But how do I weigh the ideals of the Federation against the existential threat posed by these parasitic beings who seem to have no respect for any life but their own? Message ends.
That's a poser.
Yes. So, now we have...
Open hailing frequencies with the Warbird.
The ensign that was working at one of the stations that has just been vacated in place of our lovely Lieutenant. My goodness, the weather is killing my brain cells. I'll tell you that straight off. Our lovely Lieutenant Dowd will say,
"Open hailing frequencies to the Warbird, please."
As you're saying that. Funnily enough, the Warbird hails you.
Oh,
open a channel.
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander Farron Gell of the USS Enigma.
This is Centurion. Oh, sorry, I've got to read this. A Centurion appears on the viewer. He is not on the bridge, as you would expect, but is instead alone in the commander's ready room. This is Centurion Druser of the Odysseus. I believe you met our sub-commander on the Al-Kabir. Now, no, I know now that Denal was not himself, and neither was our commander. I am not here to fight with you, but instead to warn you. We have a common enemy, Captain. I propose we work together to defeat this threat. Ooh, so what do you do?
Well, I find it suspicious he's calling us from the ready room.
Yes? Could be suspicious.
Or their version of the ready room.
Yes.
Because why would he call us from the ready room and not the bridge?
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, I'm saying that out loud to Ensign Dowd.
Lieutenant Dowd.
Have I been to...
You haven't been demoted yet.
That's an indignity yet to come. Yeah, I would ask, on what authority is he offering this this temporary alliance? It lacks a bit of gravitas coming from like the lounge.
Resume transmission.
So you're asking that. Well,
Yeah. I'm
I-
asking Lieutenant Dow to resume transmission.
beep, beep.
Centurion, under which authority are you offering this allegiance?
Captain, I admit this operation has not been cleared by my government. I do not yet know who in the Romulan leadership can be trusted, or how far this conspiracy reaches, even within the members of my own crew. So that is my issue. That is why I am contacting you. I hope to work together, and together we might be able to stop this before it goes any further. I am so overacting tonight, and I love it.
It's like you're really putting your back into it. When it comes to a role, she really puts her shoulder to the wheel.
Hey,
I mean, does this individual, this centurion, I suppose, like, do they have the backing of the, like, do they have command of the ship? Are they the recognized commander? Do they have the backing of the crew? Otherwise, it's just somebody phoning from the closet saying, you know, just come get me, or, you know, do you want to hang
the
out?
Obsidian Order thing, because they found this out.
oh, excuse me.
Well, I got the wrong race again.
Obsidian Orders Cardassian? You mean Tal Shiar?
And what would the Tal Shiar think if they heard of subordinates offering allegiances to Federation officers?
You don't need to worry about the Tal Shiar. I have a trusted source within the Tal Shiar. They've reported to me that these parasitic creatures are only days away, perhaps a week at most, from activating an Iconian gateway. We have to act now if we are to stop them. Captain, are you with me?
Mute.
End transmission.
End transmission.
Well, maybe mute transmission, but like, how do we know that, you know, there's no, like, how do we know that they are uncompromised?
And how do we know it's not a trap?
It's a trap.
Wrong franchise.
Wrong squid.
Suddenly a fish-headed man appears on the bridge, goes, "It's a trap," and then disappears.
Lock nukes on the Warbird.
Sorry, what?
Said lock nukes on the Warbird.
Okay, you're readying weapons.
Yeah, is there any way to, well, because it seems quite dodgy, the talking from a locked room, presumably. I'd feel a lot better if we knew they had actual control over that ship. What's to, you know,
Resume transmission.
Beep.
What proof can you offer that your crew has been compromised and you are not compromised yourself, Centurion?
I cannot send you proof myself, but I can show you these readings I've taken from my crew. Beep, 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 beep. He sends you a data burst, and it does match your own readings to show, yes, that it appears that these people have been infected.
How many people on your ship have been infected?
As far as I can tell, it's only a small number, but it's growing day by day. We have to act soon. I have the location of the gateway. I know where the mother creature is. I'm sending you the details now. Beep, 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 beep. Captain, are you with me? And then the ship explodes.
Oh, Christ.
Why didn't you press the firing button?
Luckily, you've got the coordinates, but the ship has exploded. So, question now is, what do you do? Did you raise shields?
We hardly knew ye. Well, Red Alert does that automatically, doesn't it?
I think it does, yes. So that's okay. Yeah, the ship isn't damaged.
We still have the motor.
Scan the area for the Warbird's black box.
That's an interesting one. That is, ooh. That is a good call there. I believe we will need some rolls for this. Let's go for control plus engineering.
That's 9 for me.
Okay,
11 and
you?
11 and 1 for me.
so
Or
12.
You're the better equipped for this task.
Okay,
Well,
2d20.
Yep. 4 and 16.
Okay, so you've got a success. You make a scan. So the area does appear to have some remnants of the Romulan warbird, which is nice. There are pieces, but they are very, very small. The computer core does appear to be incredibly badly damaged. Almost like it may have been the target.
Dowd, beam the computer core directly to engineering.
Please would be nice.
Okay, I'm going to say that you're just able to do that. We won't need a roll.
When do Starfleet say please?
Well,
No, please, Mr. Dowd, please beam the computer core directly to engineering.
no, where did I take that line from? Please would be from are you grace and favor? Sure thing, boss.
Okay, so you beam it aboard. What now?
You know, we need our best boys on that. Seeing what they can find out. I think, can we scan the debris to find out what caused it? Like, I'm curious if that Centurion. I guess it speaks to their credibility. Did he blow it up? I'm assuming it's he.
That's why I want you to look at the bloody computer core.
You'll get right up
I know who activated self-destruct.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll do it myself, shall I?
So are you sending engineers?
Well, thank you, mister. And then you have to spend the next 30 days in the brig.
Is this going to happen every week?
But in rank.
I get threatened every week.
Well, you're the only one here I can threaten. Ensign Tabby's locked himself on the holodeck to watch some musical.
So my question is, are you wanting to examine the computer core yourself or get an engineering crew to do it? Well, given that you currently are the highest ranking people on the bridge.
Yeah, we have to learn to delegate. Especially since my engineering is nil or near as. Hold on. Come on now.
Well, get to work, Ensign Cupboard Monkey.
Okay, so you're sending an engineering crew to have a look, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, we need our best people on this.
Okay, and I believe Lieutenant Dowd.
And make sure they've got hazmat suits on. They'll
take all precautions, don't worry. I believe Lieutenant Dowd, you were wanting to scan the area for something to see whether the Romulans have blown themselves up.
Yeah, or I mean, you know those Romulans, they're invisible half the time. Maybe they were blown up by another ship. Are we alone out here?
Okay.
So yeah, let's
and scan for their cloaking device as well.
I think that's all together is what we're going to do. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to need here is a reason plus science check.
Oh, hold on. Reason and science. Reason is 12 and science is 5. That's 17 for me.
I think you can do it then. I think it's up to you, Lieutenant.
Okay, 2d20?
2d20, please.
13 and 9.
Okay. And, well, that's one success at least, isn't it?
I'm 17. My total was 17.
Two successes then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
That's where I was generally headed.
I'm getting confused. Okay, 2 successes. So you have successfully done the sweep, is what I'm saying. And
Sure.
I'm going to say it is a difficulty of 2, so you've done it. And we've got here a thing to read out.
Ooh.
Sensor sweeps reveal no other vessel that could have fired upon the warbird. There are also no tachyon emissions, as you would expect, if a cloaked ship were to be found in the area. Sensor readings from just prior to the explosion and to the debris field itself are both consistent with a catastrophic engine failure. However, sensors did not detect any sign of a malfunction before the explosion. All signs point to a sabotage.
Yeah, someone obviously activated the self-destruct.
Someone wanted ship go boom boom.
So either way, if it was the Centurion, trying to limit, the danger their own ship posed, or if it was someone trying to prevent the Centurion from,
You're popular tonight.
Oh, it's only trouble.
So I'm either way, whether the Centurion himself did something or someone was attempting to prevent the Centurion from doing something, i.e., give up the game or pair with us, it does speak to his credit, his or her. I don't know I don't think we had clarification. Anyway, it sort of does give their story more credibility.
Why would they do something to the ship and offer us an alliance?
Go again?
It's a fair question. He says, why would they do something to the ship after offering you an alliance?
Well, but I think the Centurion was sort of speaking from the bottom of a closet or whatever. Well, the equivalent of, and so I think those that were compromised may have.
If it was going to offer us
within the realm of possibility.
One at a time. One at a time. One at a time, please. I have a problem with understanding speech because I'm partly deaf. I need one at a time. Can we let Lieutenant Dowd finish and then I'll come over to you?
No, I was just going to say if the compromised crew were trying to prevent the Centurion from divulging the information that he did successfully divulge, I just think it sort of makes the Centurion's story more credible.
Yeah, it's a fair comment as well. Yes, Farron, what were you going to say?
If he was going to do something to the ship and offer us an alliance, surely he would have tried to make it to the escape pods, assuming the warbird has escape pods.
I don't know if they do. I assume they do. They must do. They can. The thing about the Romulans is like they're very nationalistic. They are quite speciesist. They must think that they're worth saving. I'm assuming they do have escape pods.
Well, wasn't Ensign Seva found in an escape pod? When he defected, he was the one that defected to the Romulans and then came back again. Wasn't he found in an escape pod?
Yeah,
I
think he was, but I couldn't tell you for certain.
Yeah,
they must have escape pods. So yeah, you'd expect him to have gone for one.
I thought that escape pod was Starfleet issue.
Either way, I'm assuming they do. So the question is, what do you do? Remember, he did send you a transmission before it exploded, and you have beamed that core on board.
Well, the engineering people are working on that, presumably, right?
They are, yes. I'm just going to grab some dice to see how quickly they're going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, light a fire under those people downstairs.
Note to self: do not literally light fires on board starships.
No, it does deplete our oxygen. Tuvok had to get special permission to have his little ceremonial candle lamp.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even a big candle.
No, it weren't.
I found my other D20, by the way.
Oh,
The
good.
one
It
that I
didn't get
lost a while back.
Didn't get sucked up the Hoover.
I'll be back. I'll be back in a sec.
Yep, no worries. Right, I'm going to quickly do a dice roll to see how well the engineers are doing. Okay, so the engineers have a preliminary report for you.
Oh,
And it seems that the majority of the computer core is irreparably damaged. It's not possible to get any logs, but they have found the scans that the Romulans had done on the Iconian Gate, so they can confirm that the Iconian Gate does appear to exist. They've also found that there appears to have been a subroutine added to the main systems, and the transmission that the Romulan Centurion made toward the Federation ship triggered that subroutine and caused the fatal explosion.
ooh, sabotage.
Hmm. Quite interesting. Dum dum dum. So there you
So
are.
they didn't want, yeah. So any communication with us was bound to result in. So then, well, it's either very good luck that we got the information we got. Is there? Can we run those coordinates through the computer and see where they are?
Yes. Let's give a quick one with that. That would be control plus command, please.
Oh dear, I have a feeling that's low, but control is 8, command is 4, 12. So, well, here's hoping. 2d20 again, or is that
Yes,
you?
please. No,
Okay.
you please. The computer will assist. That's why I'm rolling the dice.
I may need that assist because I have 17 and 9, so 1 success.
The computer also had one success, so you've managed to do it.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Oh shoot! Sorry, instead of minimizing my dice thing, I closed it by accident.
No problem.
Sorry, just get it going again. Okay, you were saying?
Okay, the coordinates that were provided by the Decius match up with the ones that were provided from the engineering group looking at the Romulan sensor logs. And it
Okay.
appears that the coordinates point to a Class M planet in the Moana system. It's 7 days away at Warp 8.
Sorry, it's how long away?
It's 7 days away at Warp 8. And 20 years ago, an unmanned survey probe said it was catalogued as orbiting a main sequence G-type star. But there is no intelligent life in the area, apparently. Or at least there wasn't when this probe went past.
I think you're giving Farengel all the ammunition he needs to destroy that place, guilt-free.
Well, to be honest, I haven't heard most of it because I just muted it so I could take this call.
Yeah, no worries. I'll get you back up to speed. The engineering crew have completed their analysis, and it appears that the Romulans did actually get some sensor data on an Iconian gateway. It's in the Moana system on the 3rd planet. However, they also found that there was an addition to the Romulan subroutines on their ship, which caused a sabotage explosion when the coordinates were transmitted to the Federation.
Ooh,
So,
interesting.
yes. So there you are. It was on the. We have where to go. The question is, what do you want to do with that information?
Well, that's not a straightforward question because we don't know as yet whether Federation people have been compromised, including Starfleet. Because 7 days away, my natural inclination would be to see if there's other ships in the vicinity that can get there before us or join us there. But who can you trust?
That is the question. Who do you trust?
Trust no one.
Because it's going to take 7 days at warp 8.
Yes.
What is the maximum travel velocity of our ship?
9.95.
That does sound right. Yes, it is a Galaxy class, so what 9 point something. I'll take what Ferren said, 9.95.
Trust yourself, trust Farron. Anyone else? Nuke 'em.
Do not nuke everyone. You need some people around.
Someone's got to steer it. So for
I'm
7
going to
days at
suggest
warp
that-
8, what would it be at warp 9?
Oh, you're asking me to do maths now. I studied physics so that I wouldn't have to do maths.
What would it be about 5
Physics would
days?
involve quite a bit of math.
Probably about 5 days. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Well, I hope we go to this Arconian gate and nuke the whole side from orbit.
It's the only way to be sure.
Yep. Set a course, please, Lieutenant Dowd. Maximum warp.
I think I'm in the wrong chair for that.
Yes,
I have to be sitting with Tabby?
And Ensign Tabby would be the one to set
Ensign
course.
Tabby's still locked, but Ensign Tabby's got himself locked in the holodeck.
Ensign Tabby is here at the con.
Oh, fine, I'll drive. Give me the keys.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Oh, the battery's gone down.
Okay, so we're gonna have a. I'll roll for Tabby. Don't worry. Command plus control. Sorry, con plus control. With the ship helping, it's a difficulty of 2. The ship has already rolled 1 success, and yeah, 2 successes. So you've got an extra momentum. I'm going to assume you want to bank that.
Yes, please.
There you are, extra momentum. So the ship banks very, very nicely. You know, the standard.
Yeah.
And goes to warp. However, here's an issue.
Oh.
Suddenly, all of your consoles go dark. Reports of system-wide outages begin coming in from all over the ship. Navigational controls, warp and impulse engines, they all go offline without explanation. And long-range sensors detect a Romulan warbird on an intercept course. It will arrive in 12 hours. Then your ship's sensors crash. You have no idea what's going on outside. What do you do?
It makes me think of the one with the whales, and was it the Saratoga? Anyway, and all the lights start going, and the captain just goes, "What's doing that? What's causing that?" Madge Sinclair. I love that. So I just want to stand up and go, "What's causing that?"
Security, go to engineering and find out what the hell is going on here.
Bleep, bleep. Eyes up.
So our communicators still work?
Communications appear to work at the moment.
Oh dear.
That's all I can give you. Yeah, navigation controls are down. Warp and impulse engines are down. Long-range sensors are down. Communications still appear to be up.
And
Computer, locate the captain.
Oh, this gives me a chance to use the extra notes I've wrote. Captain Emily Fitzgerald is in sick bay. I had to remember where they were.
with a stuffed nose, by the sound of it.
That's the computer's voice to make it sound different from my voice.
Okay.
Yes.
Security, arrest everyone in engineering.
Bleep, bleep.
Oh, inside job, you're thinking.
So
Not help our warp core, impulse engines, sensors, unless they're doing it all from engineering.
Well,
Unless
could that data burst have had some sort of thing in it that we've been we, a little virus, a little how's your father in there.
Hey,
What are all the precautions to be taken when examining that computer core?
yes,
Well, no, but it could be the data burst could have had a virus in it as well when the that data packet that was sent us by the Centurion. So, I mean, yeah, I guess we need to isolate what the problem is, and if it is some sort of a virus, can we install countermeasures?
that's a pretty
Or yeah,
good
sorry.
idea. Sorry, go on.
No, and prong two of our shrimp fork could be, we need to start screening people. I don't know how we would do that. Since do we are we not yet able to detect parasites yet?
I believe you were working on a scan for that, but it
Hmm.
wasn't developed fully.
So we need to know who we can trust.
Yes. You've got a big issue at the moment, though. There is definitely something wrong with the ship. You
Yeah.
are at warp with no controls.
Oh, so we're still headed in the right direction.
You're still at warp, but you can't
Oh, okay.
stop. You can't stop and you can't navigate.
Oh dear.
Well,
So here,
we'll keep going for as long as we can.
but your biggest issue, you might be on the right track actually. If you want to try and investigate what caused this, I can tell you from the paperwork I've got here that you will need an insight plus engineering roll.
Oh shoot, that's not the wrong thing.
Well, I've got 10 and 1 on that.
Insight. Hold on. Insight. Insight is 10, and what was the other one? Engineering.
Engineering.
I'm 11, so I think I've less than.
You've both got 11. However,
Oh,
you could have one of you roll it and the other one assist, where you'd be able to get a reason plus science check.
But I'll do the main roll.
Okay.
reason and science.
2 and 16.
Reason is 12 and science is 5, so I have 17.
Okay.
Am I the assist?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. For an assist, you only roll one die though.
Oh, hold on. I have to reset it to 2d20. Okay.
For an assist, it's 1d20.
Oh, sorry. An assist, it's 1d20.
No, we don't do this in as much, so don't worry about it.
10. So that's a success from me.
2 successes. You need 3, so I'm going to suggest you buy one with momentum.
Yep.
Okay.
As I said, I've got a 2 and 16.
Yeah. There we go. So you have your successes. Let me just bring this up.
Success!
So here's what you find while examining it. This takes a while, but you manage to get there. The Odysseus has delivered a virus into your ship's main computer. This came as a direct result of the Romulans sending you the coordinates.
Mm.
It came It came in from the same data burst. But here's the kicker for you. If you want to get rid of the virus, you're going to have to wipe all affected files and the memory core, then reboot the main computer from backup.
Can we save anything to the cloud?
Have we got any
To the
visual
nebula?
record of the coordinates we're going to?
Sorry?
Have we got a record on? Are we able to see what the coordinates are we're going to?
Yeah, you could just write them down. They're still in the navigation computer. It'll be in the navigation buffer.
Yeah.
There must be a yeoman fannying around with their pen and pad.
Then let's write down the coordinates.
Okay.
And then deal with the computer core.
Okay, you can successfully write the coordinates down without me having to get you to do any rolls. I'm sure there's a pen and paper you can replicate.
Excuse me.
So here's the... Yeah.
Will doing that, will that impede our progress, or will we just keep flying?
We'll just use a faithful and very low power to write the coordinates into the carpet.
You are not burning the coordinates into my bloody carpets. I built this ship perfectly fine, damn it. But yeah, you can make a note of the coordinates. Here's the thing. If you want to do a thing to locate and deal with the infected files, I'm going to need 2 rolls off you. The first one would be reason plus engineering. And again, you can have an assist.
I've got an 8 and a 1 for that.
I have 12 and 1.
Well, I'll do the assist.
Yeah. If Captain Dow could roll 2 and Ferrin assist with 1, that would be great.
I've got a 2.
Okay, so you've got a success.
Ooh, excuse me.
You're excused.
18 and 5, so that's 1 success.
That is enough. So the 2 of you together, you've got it. You have found which files need to be dealt with. To wipe them, I'm going to need control plus engineering.
Oh dear.
That's an 11 and 1 for me.
Control is 8 and engineering, did you say? So that's 9.
Yeah.
So
if Ferrin wants to take the lead on this one with Captain Dowd assisting, that's fine.
Is it out of 2D20 again?
Yes, 2d20.
I've got 4 and 14.
Not bad.
that's 1 success.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 3, so that's a 2nd success.
Well done. So you have managed to successfully wipe the corrupted files out, which allows you to reboot the main computer. So while that's rebooting, you still have one major issue. You can now talk to the engineering team, but you've arrested them all. So who's going to start putting the engines back online? You've got navigation back up, but you can't stop.
Can we...
Security, release the engineering crew. Engineering, get the warp core back online ASAP, or I'll come down there and tear up photos of every last one of you.
I have a feeling Starfleet HR is going to be getting a few calls.
Does Starfleet even have human resources department?
I believe it's called
species resources.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's probably now called personnel.
Yes, right. Can we get the EMH or the doctor or whatever we've got to start working on this? This feels like Battlestar Galactica. I hope we don't have a Gaius Baltar on board who's going to fake it. But can we get some sort of a screening device or whatever? I suppose my telepathy can't do it.
Well, we would, but there's one little problem.
What's that?
Ensign Tabby, the other week, in one of his slacking off moments while sleeping, accidentally wipes the EMH.
Didn't you wipe the EMH?
No, that wasn't me.
Didn't you tell the computer to delete the EMH? I'm sure I remember that.
No,
hoist on your own petard.
I wasted one on the space station, but not our one. Our one was Ensign Tabby.
I'm not sure about that.
Hoist on your own Picard.
Oh,
Ting, I'm here all night.
Computer,
Don't forget to tip your server.
Do we still have an EMH in our computer?
Well, and I would think since we've sort of reset our ship back to factory settings, that the EMH would have been, reinstalled as a matter of course.
Beep, beep. Well, the emergency medical hologram is available.
Well, there should be a backup module for the EMH.
Yes, you've rebooted the computer. It is back.
Well, if Voyager has one, so do we. Computer, activate EMH program.
Beedly beep. Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Well, here's what we want you to do, see? We need you to review all the data we've collected on these modified parasites, neural parasites, affectionately known as bluegills, and devise a way of screening all members of crew, all personnel, all passengers to see if they are infected or not. And if failing that, just look at everybody's neck.
Do we have photo emitters on every deck?
Do we have what, sorry?
Do we have photo emitters on every deck so we can do that?
Well, could he not just do it using internal sensors now that they're back online?
And do we have any data on the parasites left?
I'm going to assume that you do have the data. So if the EMH confirms he will look into this, but it will take some time.
And we can submit our tricorders and everything.
Or there'll be no opera for a week.
I'm a doctor, not a theatre goer.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the EMH has been educating other doctors on opera. Engineering, if you don't get the engines back online PDQ, replicator privileges will be withheld for a month.
The engineers say they will have the warp core back online, but it's going to take about 4 hours. This thing
done in 2 or else.
Well, they'll try to get it done in 2, but it's going to be difficult. It's really going to be pushing it.
Scotty protocols are suspended for this mission. No inflation by 40%.
I want triple shifts on the repair work to get it done PDQ.
Yeah. Okay, so while they're doing that, we have now found that sensors are back online and you are being chased.
Oh, yes.
There is a Romulan warbird following you.
How far is it now?
It's about 10 hours away.
Is it gaining?
It is gaining. It looks like you've got about, let's say, it'll probably arrive an hour after you do at the Moana system, providing that you can get your engines to control back on your engines. So,
yeah. Knowing that we can't stop, it feels a bit counterintuitive to say go faster. But we may want to put a bit more distance between us and them.
Okay, so...
Unless there's a transwarp coil hidden away in the cargo bay, I don't see how we can go any faster.
Well, we can... are you trying to say you cannot break the laws of physics?
Just remember, you are currently going at maximum warp for a Galaxy-class ship.
Well, we're going at 9. Can't we squeeze a little bit more out?
Oh, yeah, you're going to go at 9. You could go to 9.9. Yeah.
I did say 9.95 when I ordered the course.
Did you say maximum warp?
Yes.
Well, in that case, you're traveling at maximum warp. Are you going to try and push? What are you going to do? Get outside and shove?
So do we have navigational control? We're still stuck going in a straight line.
Yeah, you've got no navigational control. Your best hope at the moment is you get the engines back on before you have to try and dodge a planet.
Yeah. Oh. Are we headed towards? Oh, you mean Moana?
Yeah.
Planet in the Moana system.
When you get to the Moana system, that's going to be a big issue.
Lieutenant Dowd, load one of our nukes onto a probe and launch it in the reverse direction. Set it to detonate in 9 hours, 55 minutes.
Are you going to try and fire a probe at warp so that it explodes on the Romulans?
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Or, bear with me on this, could we rig a probe with some sort of photonic or broad EM spectrum charge that would disable them? You know, or you know, either disable their well, disabling sensors may not do a whole. Is there a way we can disable their engines, disrupt their warp field, or something like that?
Hence the nuke.
Okay, that is an interesting question. Hi, Krista Duke. How you doing?
Oh, yay!
Always a pleasure. So, disrupt their warp field. That's going to be a very interesting thing. So let's give me a second. Let's have a reasoning plus science check.
I've got an 8 and a 5 for that one.
Sorry,
you're
I'm
on
just saying hi to
13.
Krista. I'll be with you in a mo.
No problem.
Okay. Sorry, what was that again? Reasoning?
Reasoning plus science.
Oh, reasoning is 17 is my score for that.
So you would be the primary if you want to go for it. 2d20.
I do. I really do. Except I keep, for some reason, closing the dice thing, so it defaults to 1d6, so I have to reset it to 2d20. I've done that. I'm rolling 3 and a 5, so that's 2 mega successes. I would think.
That is yes, great success. So you got 2. It would be possible to disrupt their warp field. If you did, let's try and track this up. If you could create an inverse tachyon pulse with a modified spread of photon torpedoes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
What do you reckon, Baron?
Also reckon we ought to nuke them.
Well, you kind of are. Watching from a tent at the campsite. Hello to Krista and all of their family. Hello there. Greetings from not in a tent. I'm sat in a very hot office trying not to boil. My computer, however, is boiling. Ooh. So,
Launch probe.
do you not want to launch the thingamajigs so that they fire and try and knock them out of warp?
Yeah, that volley of modified tachyon.
We need a Starfleet engineered explosion.
I mean, alternatively, we could hail them and see if they're friendly, but
no, we're not taking any chances. We're getting them out of the way. It's the only way to be sure. Fire photons.
Okay, fire the photons. I'm going to assume you've modified them, yes?
Yes,
I'm pushing fire. I'm pushing it.
Well,
okay.
Keep the stories going.
Okay, let's go for a control plus security check for firing the photon torpedoes in the right direction.
Well, I've got 11 and 1.
Okay.
Hold on. Come on. Control 8 and yeah, I'm 9.
Okay, Farron, could you fire photon torpedoes? I know you've been looking forward to this.
And you're already standing there. So.
Sorry, what was that? Your rolls?
9 and 12.
So that's 2 successes, yeah?
Fire!
Pew, 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 pew. Okay. With 2 successes, you successfully knock them out of warp. The photons fly over, detonate, and on your sensors, you can see it goes blip, blip, and as they dip out of warp and disappear off your sensor screen.
Are they retreating or have they cloaked?
No, they've been knocked out of warp. That's all you can see at this speed.
Oh, I see.
Can I launch one little nuke at them, please?
You want to nuke the Romulans? Well, funny enough, the Romulans are actually hailing you.
Oh, we got their attention. Well, we might want to hear what they have to say while we're still in range. We are hightailing it at high warp.
Open a channel, but do not let any data transmissions take place.
Sounds like a good idea. This is Commander Silnora of the Warbird Lakata. Under your own interstellar law, you are charged with the destruction of the Decius. Surrender yourselves and your vessel as prisoners of the Romulan Star Empire.
Well, is that a female captain?
Your crew blew up their own ship.
You expect me to believe that?
Well, and not to put too fine a point on it, but what are you going to do about it now?
Go back to where your warbird is and scan the wreckage, and it'll prove we didn't do anything. We have 3 nuclear torpedoes locked in on you. Any attempt to open fire on us will be met with instant and deadly force.
Be that as it may, our evidence shows you were in proximity of the Decius when it exploded. There were no other ships present. Are you really suggesting that honored members of the Romulan Star Empire blew up their own ship and let you go?
Yes.
Petak. That's Klingon, sorry. Bah! Of course not. That makes no sense whatsoever. Why would they do that?
Romulans don't make any sense anyway.
Oh, a racist, eh? Against the Romulans. We can see how you're going. So, you admit you don't like Romulans. You admit that you think we're without reason. Scum, is it? Well, now you're just digging a hole further for yourself.
Considering you once put a load of weapons on one of my planet's moons, we have good cause to.
We were allies in a war. What did you think we were going to do? Not fight?
Bajor has signed a non-aggression treaty with the Dominion.
The opinions expressed by the previous speaker do not necessarily reflect those of the Enigma or the rest of her crew.
I love it.
Okay. One more unwarranted accusation, and I'll have one of these nuclear torpedoes fired upon you.
We both know a nuclear device will not even penetrate Romulan shields. Your bluff is so weak. We know you did it. There is no proof that you could possibly show us that would say that you didn't destroy the Decius. Surrender now.
New transmission.
Yeah, you're
load their computer core onto fuse 3 nuclear warheads onto their computer core and launch it at them. And then when they scan the computer core,
they'll find it's irradiated and has no data in it.
No. and then set the nukes to explode when they try scanning it.
You're gonna mine their own devices.
I don't take threats kindly.
They're not exactly speaking from a position of power. They are disabled, and we're streaking away at speed. So their threats are a bit empty, as are their commands.
Resume transmission.
Bleep, bleep.
We recovered the computer core from your warbird to find out what happened to your ship. We are prepared to launch it towards you so you can find out the truth for yourselves.
You stripped a computer core from a Romulan Star Empire ship.
We did not strip it. It was part of wreckage.
You looted a destroyed ship.
If I wanted to loot a destroyed warbird, I would have taken weapons or your cloaking device. Not a bloody computer core.
Are you suggesting that you were considering violations of the Treaty of Algernon? Your list of crimes grows ever greater, sir.
Bajor never signed that treaty.
You're aboard a Federation starship.
Doesn't mean anything.
Clearly, the Federation's doctrines do not mean anything. Surrender now.
So are we meant to just hold position while you catch up in a few days, or how's that going to work exactly?
Do not mock us.
Well, we don't really have to. You're kind of doing it all on your own.
This insult against the Romulans Empire will not be. It will not be soon forgotten.
Lieutenant Dowd, can send them back their precious computer core.
Parcel Force or first
Yeah,
class?
With the things I asked you to earlier. Commander Romulan vessel, we are sending you back your computer core now.
Well, why don't we beam it to an agreed upon location so they can examine it for themselves, with the warning that it may contain sabotagey kind of things. So they do so at their own peril. That's a goodwill gesture on our part.
Yeah. Well, resume transmission.
Beep.
Commander Romulan vessel, at the moment we are experiencing difficulty with our engineering systems due to a computer virus. We cannot stop, but we are prepared to eject the computer core from the destroyed warbird, which we may examine, which will offer evidence that will clear us. But we will warn you that there is the possibility that by examining it, you may expose your systems to the same computer virus that destroyed the warbird.
We will look at this so-called evidence, but be warned: if we find any form of tampering on your part, we will be back.
The only thing we did was examine.
That remains to be seen.
And certainly,
if Romulan, computer core.
Beep, beep, beep. They've cut the transmission.
Oh, typical.
So, are you firing this thing or not?
Yes.
Well,
yeah, but we won't. We won't send any weapons with it.
Okay.
No. And does that equipment have the Iconian Gateway coordinates on it?
It does.
Which is where we're headed.
Yes.
Can we wipe the coordinates from the computer core without it seeming like we sabotaged anything?
Interesting idea.
Or can we change those? Can we alter the coordinates to send them someplace else entirely? Like, I don't know.
Or can we replicate a replica of it and give them that?
If I'm just thinking, if you produce a replica, they may spot that and see it as a deception. That would be your biggest issue.
Well, that would buy us some time.
A little bit, but they do kind of know where you're going. You're going that way. They could just follow. You could alter the coordinates or delete it. I'm going to say that would require a reason plus security check.
Coordination 1 on that one.
I've got 12 and security is I've got 13.
Okay, so if you want to try it, I'm going to need 3 successes. You can, of course, buy a success with momentum, or buy it with threat by increasing my threat level, which lets me do lovely things.
Well, I've just done a D1 roll, and I've got a 7, so that's 1 success.
And I've got 4 and 10, so that's 2 more.
So I'm not getting any extra threat, am I?
No.
Okay, yeah. You're able to do it. Are you altering the coordinates or deleting them entirely?
Alter them.
Okay. So they are successfully altered.
Yeah.
Well, I would. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Alter them so they send them to the Mutara Nebula.
Fair enough. So you've altered the coordinates. Are you still firing the thing out?
Yes.
Okay.
Or maybe beaming it out. We're at high warp. Will it? How? Well, yeah. It'll have our momentum, won't it? If we just dump it out the back end.
Well, no, because in order to keep going at warp, you have to maintain a static warp bubble. What it'll do is quickly drop out of warp and be visible on long-range sensors. Because the moment it comes out of the static warp shell, it will lose the warp and just land somewhere. Like,
Held the warbird.
Federation ship.
Commander Warbird, please be advised we are jettisoning your computer core now.
Confirm, we see it. Our notice to you still stands. If we find any evidence of Federation sabotage, we will be back.
We'll look forward to that.
Beep, beep. Transmission ends. Ooh, it's hotting up now. So,
Hotting up now.
with all of that information, I'm going to say it's been enough time for the engineering crew that you've set up to succeed at getting the ship repaired. So you now have control.
Can we check in with the EMH to see how they're doing with the screening methodology?
We can. I need to quickly send you a message, though, Captain Dowd.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dowd.
Take us a warp first so we can recharge the engines a little.
Yeah. Do you want to put on the brakes a bit?
Yeah, but take us to warp 5 for 1 hour.
Up into warp 5. That's still going forward. So,
Yeah, well, we can't go at maximum warp indefinitely.
that is true. You would break the ship. So you would have actually stopped, just not necessarily where you wanted to.
Remember, best of both worlds. They say they can only maintain it for a limited time.
That is true. So
that's why they had to go to the Borg ship to blow up the distribution nodes.
Blip, 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 blip. Emergency medical hologram 2 bridge. I believe I have found a way of using the internal sensors to scan for neural parasites, but I don't think you're going to like what I've found.
Why not?
Because I've found neural parasites. So,
well, we're expecting that.
Well, you probably were.
How many of the crew are infected?
Sorry?
How many of the crew are infected?
At present, it appears 5% of the Enigma's crew have been infected.
Is there any way we can stop the spread?
I suggest isolating those crew members.
Where are the infected crew members now?
All over the ship. We have some in security, some in engineering, some on the bridge.
Oh.
Given that there's only like 4 of you on the bridge. Dum, dum, dum. You might notice that the ensign who called you to the bridge is backing toward one of the phaser cabinets and attempting to look nonchalant.
Stop right now. Thank you very much.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
But I've just phasered the ensign.
Okay, I believe that is a very good idea. However, I need to remember how to actually do this. Where is the thing about phaser combat? It is a range attack. Control plus security, please.
That's 11 and 1.
Okay. It's a difficulty of 2, so I need 2 successes from you.
One day I will get this lead sorted. I can't see my
It's okay.
person. There it is. But I've got a 6 and a 7.
Okay, so you've got it. You've successfully hit the ensign. The ensign does not go down, but is able to, in fact, open the security locker and grab a phaser. So,
Computer lock onto all infected personnel and beam them to cargo bay 2, and then set up a level 10 force field.
that will take some time. You've got to get the transporter chiefs to use the pattern buffer. The internal sensors. That will take some time, probably a couple of rounds of combat, in fact. So the question is, Lieutenant Dowd, what do you do?
Yeah, because I'm only an 8 or a 9 with that. I'm trying to think what are my other. Can I access a site-to-site transport and transport them away quick sticks?
You are at ops, so
yeah,
you should be able to do that. Let's think. For that, it will be a task. And that's control plus security.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
we should.
Better.
What
if I were to contain him within a force field? Is that the same thing?
Probably, yeah. It would come under security as well.
Okay, well that's a 9.
Okay.
And what do I roll?
2d20. It's worth a shot. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Come on, you silly sausage. Why is this so slow? I rolled a 7 and a 6, but I forgot what I told you I was.
Control plus security.
Control 8, security 1, 9.
So 7 and 6, you got 2 successes.
Oh,
you have successfully contained them within a force field. And all of that, as they normally do.
Reach the transporter chief. Lock onto all infected personnel and transport them to cargo bay 2.
Coordinate with the MH to find out who those people are, because they won't tell you.
On it now.
And then isolate cargo bay 2 with a level 10 force field.
And that is successfully done. All of your infected crew members are now within a level 10 force field.
And also cut off computer access to cargo bay 2.
That is a very good idea. I was hoping you wouldn't think of that, because then I could have done something really cool.
Really cool or really cruel?
Bit of both. We could have ended up with a Die Hard situation, only with you guys against John McClane. That would have been cool.
Oh, I don't want it. I'm not dressed for crawling around minging air ducts and things like that.
So,
computer jettison cargo bay 2.
What? You can't just kill them all.
Although, what would be an interesting idea is to
not decompress.
Just send the whole cargo bay out. But could we stun them or anesthetize them and gather up all the little creatures that come out? Because have we decided whether or not the host dies after the? I know we talked about this. I just don't remember what the.
I think the host does die.
Okay, I've been looking through this the adventure, and what I can tell you is killing, according to the research notes, killing the mother creature will kill the other creatures as well. It doesn't say
the host.
It doesn't say that the hosts will die, so I'm going to assume that it means that they don't.
But they do exit if the host is unconscious.
I think they do, yes.
So if we were to anesthetize or somehow render them unconscious, maybe through a stun, a light stun, a gentle stun, a kindly intended stun.
Now we're going to do that without. Now we're going to do that without risking them leaving the cargo bay.
Well, we gather them up with a pair of tongs and some specimen things.
I don't think the cargo bay has spacers built into the ceiling.
Yeah, that's your issue. Not collecting them because you use a transporter, stunning them en masse.
Well, we could anesthetize them.
Bridge to EMH. Options.
Options for what?
Stunning the people in the cargo bay, you dozy sod.
Dozy mare.
I assume you want to stun multiple people without them realizing. Is that what's going on here? You will need a high grade anesthetic gas. I think I have just the thing. So is that what you want to do? You want you want to pump anesthetic through the air vents?
Well, only into the. Where are they trans?
Can you do it from sick bay?
Well, yes.
Do it.
Okay.
Not the whole ship, just the cargo bay where the detainees or the quarantined are.
And isolated to cargo bay 2.
Very well. I will do that. Bleep, bleep. And okay. It takes a while, but all the gas starts to go through the cargo bay, and slowly but surely, everyone is knocked out.
Are the parasites toddling out?
It looks like they are.
So I'm at ops. Can I lock onto them and beam them to a containment area?
Given the amount of them, I'm going to say it's a difficulty of 3. But the computer can assist, so I'm rolling for that now. And you have a success. So I need 2 successes for you on control plus security.
Control. Security. That's still 9.
Actually, is it security? Transporter isn't security, is it? Would it be?
Well, what's operate engine? We could make it science.
Yeah, go on then. Science sounds like a good one.
That's an 11 and a 5 for me, so that's 16.
Okay, then maybe you should do it. I'm 8 and 5.
Well, I've got a 14 and 12.
So yeah, there's your 3 successes. They are beamed. Where did you want to put them again?
I think Biolab 1 under maximum security shielding.
Okay, you now have a pile of neural parasites in a very large security field in Biolab 1.
And make sure death freeze tubes are well protected by level 16 force fields.
These neural parasites do not look happy. What are we on about?
I didn't know that. Are they particularly expressive?
I just thought I'd add that.
Are we anywhere near a sun?
Yeah, you're coming up on the Moana system's sun.
Lock onto the parasites and beam them directly into the sun.
Are you sure that's allowed under Federation law?
Some regulation quoted by Captain Ransom and Equinox.
Yeah, and he came to a good end, didn't he? Even he learned the error of his ways.
One regulation quoted by him: when faced with imminent destruction, a captain or acting captain can act within whatever means necessary to ensure the safety of his crew.
Very well. You have 1 assist from the computer. I will need two Can't believe we're doing this. 2 on, what was it again? Control plus science that we decided on.
4 and 7.
Okay, you are successfully beaming living creatures into his sun at warp.
I'm just going to take a moment to ring my solicitor.
Oh my
I need to know if I was just following orders.
God.
If that's gotten any more credibility since Nuremberg.
Oh my God. You've just beamed a bunch of living beings into its sun. Oh my goodness. I don't know whether this is better or worse than
Well,
when you nuked that space station.
well, it's got Krista Duke's seal of approval, so it can't be all bad.
I think it's reasonable.
Well,
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
I'm only acting in what's best for the safety and security of the Federation.
Okay, and let's hope that your court martial reflects that.
That's his story, and he's sticking
Oh
to
my
it.
goodness.
And the
Who
Board
said
of
I'm getting
Inquiry will
court
sort it out.
martialed? Who said I'm getting a court martial?
The captain, if she wakes up.
Quite.
Oh dear, they're still all in sick bay, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Have they been listening in, or?
No, they're all unconscious. Like there's a serious problem.
Oh
Technical
dear.
officers log stardate 41761, whatever the stardate is. I'm entering my actions into the official log. I'm officially entering my actions into the official log. That in the interests of the security and safety of both my crew and the Federation, I ordered the alien parasites to be beamed into the nearest sun. I will surrender myself to Federation authorities upon completion of this mission, where everything that I did and everyone under my command
Yes,
will be
finish that.
in my report. And it is my hope that the Federation will see things my way, and myself and my crew will be exonerated. End log.
Duly noted. Krista has a good point. It's for the ship's safety. Won't they die without a host? Yeah, kinda. Yeah. So you might get away with it, but still, it's a bit extreme.
What do you mean, Krista? Who? Oh, you mean the parasites die without a host? Do they?
Yeah. They might.
Depending on how long they were in the.
Bridge to EMH. Examine the crew members in Cargo Bay 2 and report on any side effects on the parasites leaving them, please.
Beep beep beep. I'll get someone to do it.
Do it yourself, you lazy git.
You do remember that I can't actually visit Cargo Bay 2 because we, in an emergency medical hologram, can't leave the sick bay.
Well, since this is post message in a bottle, there's hollow emitters on every deck.
Well, are we a prototype class? Whatever that. What was that thing? What class
Prometheus
was
class.
the Prometheus?
That was Prometheus class.
Oh, right. Okay.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. You probably
Yeah, but they
do.
would have. But since they've installed EMH2 on that one, they probably
Go on
would
then.
have installed hollow
all right.
emitters on every deck.
I'll say you did get that upgrade during the retrofit. Yes. Okay. Very well. I'll go and see them. Beep beep beep. Meanwhile, you're coming up on Moana 3. It's been a long shift. Some of these things have taken quite a while.
It's been 5 days.
Robert has a warp Lieutenant Dowd.
Sure.
I'm going to say that you could just do that.
So take us into standard orbit around the planet and scan for the Arconian jump gate.
So,
I'm setting the parking brake now, and and I'm looking through the telescope.
okay. So, you
That's
arrive.
Yeah.
You arrive at the Moana star system and assume a standard orbit around Moana 3.
1/4 impulse power.
You can see that there are dozens of island chains dotting a vast blue ocean world. 6 moons orbit the planet, along with a ring of rocky debris that is probably from another moon that broke up when its orbit decayed. So they're scanning the surface, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Were the coordinates for just the coordinates we received, were they just the system, or were they actually that world?
They were for this particular planet, but it wasn't any
Okay.
clearer than that. So, if you're scanning, could I have a reason plus science check, please?
Do we have an energy signature for the gate?
I'm
What
assuming
about
you're going to
reason
be able to
and
spot it. Yeah,
science?
the
Is that reason
Federation
and science?
database does know about Iconian gateways.
And
Well, I've
if
got 8 and 5.
Okay,
I've got 13.
then we should probably update sensor information to see if there is life.
You can do
If
that
the,
as well.
if the planet is as advertised previously.
So, could I have that check, please? Reason plus science.
Reason and science for me is 17.
Yeah, so you can do that one.
Okay, 2d20,
Yes, please.
13 and 3.
So you've got a good set of results there. It is, in
Good.
fact, a difficulty level of 0, so you have 2 successes. Would you like to get some extra information for your 2 successes?
Yes.
You both agree, yeah?
If there is extra information, what knowledge is power.
Okay. So you detect the ruins of an ancient city near the target area on one of the islands. It's a large forested island in the southern hemisphere. There appears to be a Starfleet runabout in the outskirts of those ruins, and a debris field from what appears to be an ancient alien ship. The ruins extend deep underground, but you can't penetrate any further because it's protected by a deflector shield. And
Computer, find out information about the runabout.
just one moment. Here's the best part. The characteristics of this structure appear to be Iconian, and you've got sensors detecting life signs among the ruins. 1 human and 3 Romulans. From the movement of the Romulans, they appear to be hunting the human.
Oh my heavens.
Computer, scan the runabout and find out the details about that ship.
Blip, blip, beep, blip, blip, beep, blip, 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 blip. Okay, it appears to be a runabout from Deep Space 4. It was regarded as missing. Actually, no, hang on. Not Deep Space 4. I've got the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. Yes, it's a runabout that's marked as missing from Starbase 117.
Do we know is there any record of who the human is?
Starfleet communicator detected. It appears to be Ensign LaSalle. You may recognize the name because you met him. He was on board the Alcabir.
Oh dear.
And how did he escape us?
He didn't escape.
I'm sure we transported him to the brig.
You sent him to Starbase 114 with other things.
Can we beam him aboard?
Yeah, Ensign LaSalle. Romulans called away, Klingon space station.
Didn't you send him back? I'm pretty sure you sent him there.
Can we beam him aboard?
You could certainly try.
What do we need?
That would be a control plus science check.
Well, that's another control and science. That's a 16 for me.
I think you win. Oh, excuse me. Control is 8. Science is 5. So I'm 14.
Yeah. Well, I've got a 9 and a 4.
Beep, beep, beep,
Sorry,
beep, 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 beep,
13,
beep, beep, beep,
13.
beep.
Right, transport the ensign directly to the bridge.
Warning, proximity alert. Warning, proximity alert. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, bugger. What's happening now?
As you're about to do the beaming, a proximity alert sounds as a Romulan warbird decloaks off your port bow. It shimmers onto the view screen and swoops at you, raising shields as it comes, and it's powering weapons.
Red alert! Load all torpedo bays. Ready phasers.
Dum dum dum. And I think that might be an excellent point to end tonight's session.
Oh, good. The old pacemaker's going to hold out for another day. I wonder which ship that was. Was that the one we left, clapped out back down the road, or
I
is
can
it a
answer
different
that
one?
straight away. It is not the ship that you left behind. This is the Romulan warbird Axia. The previous one was the Lakata.
Yeah. Warbird.
Computer
Axia?
fire 1 nuclear warhead at the warbirds.
Nukes don't work against warbirds with shields raised.
They just
I just
found
want to use a nuke today. You promised me I could use nukes.
I promised you could try. You could. I'm sure you can nuke something next time. But there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe next.
I'll hold you to that one.
Guys, I think that is a brilliant time to actually end tonight because it's quite the cliffhanger.
It certainly is.
What do you think about that one, eh? I've really enjoyed tonight, I have to admit. I've been looking forward to it.
It's been it's been nice to get back to it, and the pacing was quite brisk, pleasantly so. I've got 2 pages of notes to staple on.
Oh my goodness.
My sheaf, well, 1.5, I guess I should say.
You know how many notes I've got? None!
And hopefully next dimension Tabby can rejoin.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he can get here. These things happen. As I said right from the start, I'm trying to go for a really easy, casual game where people can join if they can, and if they're busy, then it won't matter too much. I'll try and adjust things so we can get on. I think it's going all right so far. But if you guys have any criticisms or anything like that, do let me know because I'm willing to change things to make sure that everyone's happy.
Are these archived?
Sorry?
This what we're doing. Do you archive it so that I could watch it back?
Oh yeah, they're all available
great.
on the Game Hammer Classic Gaming channel.
Okay, because I think I might watch some of them back because my notes aren't as copious sometimes, or I write things down. Either I can't read them back, or I no longer know what they mean.
I've done that before. Krista Duke, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by and
Yeah.
enjoy your holes.
Yeah, have great fun. But speaking of notes, I remember the old joke from Dungeons and Dragons. Jeffrey, you're group's note taker. Could you please summarize what happened in our last session? And Jeffrey just looks at his notes and says, "Left turn, found potion. Don't trust elf." That's the kind of notes that my sessions used to do as well. But guys, thank you so much.
This has been lovely fun.
I've really enjoyed it tonight. I have to admit, it's been great. Have a good night, and to everyone who's joined us, everyone who's watched, thank you so much for coming along. Peace be with you, and peace be with you. Live long and prosper is what I actually meant to say. Where did I get that? Live
Peace
long
be
and
with
prosper.
you, and also with you.
Take care and have a great night. Good night.
Take care. Bye.